Làm sai đây. Phải đi. Đi.
If you lose it, please find it again as soon as possible. Regardless of what happens in the body and mind, if you lose it, please find it again. To find it again, you have to detach. From what is happening in the body, from what is happening in the mind, from what is happening in the world. But your world is this body and this mind. Because the mind is so deep, like the ocean or like space, it will be difficult to find it in the mind. So start off by finding it in the body. Find out what's currently going on in the body when it comes to direct experience. Not thoughts about the body. This isn't a TV show. This isn't a movie. You realize, you know intuitively that movies and TV shows aren't real. But what you haven't realized is that you are viewing the story of your own life as if it was a real TV show or a real movie. But there's no such thing as a real TV show or a real movie. Then we may say, well, what about a documentary? But a documentary is always one-sided. It's produced, it's contrived, it has within it the artifice of the creator. So who is creating this experience now? Ask yourself that. And actually, I will tell you, even though you haven't realized it, but I will tell you anyway, as a kind of reminder or an instruction or an encouragement or a pointer to letting go, that just in the same way that there is no real movie, there is no real TV show, there is no real story, that's the nature of any story, is that it's unreal. And the farther we go in the past, it's impossible for stories to be real. It's impossible for stories to be real of people that are very far in the past. So we call that then hagiography. Hagiography. Faith-based stories, because we don't know for ourselves. So in the same way, the real true person in the real true story that you identify as is like a TV show, is like a movie. It's convincing, it seems to be real, it's enticing, it's convincing, and yet all the while it is unreal. So convincingness has nothing to do with realityness. Scariness is okay. Scariness is a part of our experience. I hear someone in my room. What's going on? I hear someone in my room. So this is our luxurious high-rise apartment that the donors and supporters have paid for. Very luxurious and very expensive. For a Indonesian oil salesman, crude oil salesman. Do you have anything to say? So this is the apartment. This is the apartment that was paid for by the donations. If you come here, you can sleep there. And you can cook here. And you can sit here. This is all from donations. This is all from the donations of the community. Period. I haven't had a job in 7 years, 8 years. This is the full apartment. No bathtub. This is it. This is the whole thing. The power of generosity. This apartment is powered by the power of generosity. Uh-oh. I'm not an entrepreneur. I have never sold anything. I don't sell anything, but we're working on fixing that. We're working on fixing that by developing the Monk Life Meditation Store for you to buy Monk Life Meditation work. Who would want a t-shirt, a good-looking cotton t-shirt that says, "Just stop thinking"? Who would buy a t-shirt like that? That says, "Just stop thinking"? I've never seen a t-shirt like that. I'd buy a t-shirt like that. I'd buy it quick. Okay, so we're getting there. We're moving in that direction, Bones. So we have to stay tuned. Well, how about those people without... I was thinking a black t-shirt with white lettering that says, "Just stop thinking." And maybe on the back would say "now" with an exclamation point. Keep it simple, right? Start simple and then build on the simplicity. That's how I usually try to approach things. Start simple and then build on the simplicity. Because you invest so much and then you have so many things to manage and so many things that can go wrong. So just start small. Start simple. Not very complicated. Not very difficult and not very complicated. Breathe. Everybody breathe. Breathe. Everyone breathe. Oh, hi there in Florida, Steels. Sorry I missed your message. Looking peaceful and comfortable, thank you. Okay, thank you everyone. Yes, that's correct, that's correct, that's right. That's right, that's correct. Dyson Pure Hot Plus Cool Air Purifier. Restored. Are you here, Tanner? Yeah, I'm looking at my WhatsApp right now. Tanner reached out with the recommended air purifier. I don't know if we can get that one here in Vietnam, Tanner, but we can use that budget to get an air purifier here in Vietnam through Shopee. And I'll send you the donation link. We do not currently have a nonprofit set up, so to tax incentivize donations, but we can still practice generosity. And also there are some options. If you really get that in your mind that you want to make the incorporate what we're doing here with the large donation to get your taxes, then there's also options. We have my teacher has a nonprofit in the US, a religious nonprofit, so it wouldn't be difficult for you to donate there to get your tax escape. I woke up at about 2:30 p.m. today. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot in Vietnam, but it usually always is. I messed that up. Now they will listen. Now they will consider to hear what I have to say. Before, they never would. But now, they will certainly be curious what I have to say. Because if you eat a lot of food, it will be difficult to practice meditation. DR stands for designated representative. So I'm here to help those people do better, to practice meditation. Meditation is the opposite of bullshido. Let's not play games here, okay? Let's not play games with meditation. And let's get some W's in the chat for hoping for a very successful live stream, everybody. Yeah, it's easier because when you went to get a lot of food in the stomach. When you want to get a lot of food in the stomach, then your whole body is busy focusing on processing that food and processing that energy. Your mind gives meaning to what you see. Your mind gives meaning to what you hear. But in actuality, what you see is just what you see. Triangles are just triangles. Squares are just squares. Mountains are just mountains. The meaning is made up or assumed up or created in your own mind. It's possible, wandering monk, but I'll have to get to know who you are. Come on, everybody. There's no reason for these views to go down. I didn't paint my face. I didn't put this stuff on my face so we could be sitting around at 25 viewers, okay? Let's get these views up and let's get these W's up. You can message me on WhatsApp. Yeah, Bones. So you could call this like a USB to micro USB-C to flash card, etc. adapter. Or you could call this a white triangle. Or you could call this a piece of plastic. Or you could call this broken. Or you could call this useful. Or you could call this not useful. But this actually isn't any of those things. This isn't any of those things. You could call it a very versatile adapter. You could call it all kinds of different things. So the teaching then is to not get caught up in appearances. Don't believe in appearances. Danny Shaw says, you can't dictate what people believe and force others to not judge you, but you can let go. And that is the important thing for you to do. For me to do, for anyone to do, is to let go. To know how to let go. Not to be lost in your The importance that you give to the judgments that you make, as if you were a judge, as if you were assigned by the President of the United States to hold jurisdiction over this place or this situation. Actually, that's just something that you create for yourself. That's just something made up. But you're not actually the judge. That's just a persona you're taking position as, or in, or of. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I mean, you could have a brain tumor that you don't know about. You could have cancer that you don't know about. So it's actually time to let go, and time to stop pretending as well. Being real, being sincere. And if our reality and our sincerity is like aggression, well, we should expect for a lot of negativity to come our way. If you being real is a kindness, then you can expect for a lot of kindness to come your way. It's possible. It's very possible. What good is it going to do if people take me seriously? The spirals don't represent anything. They're just spirals. Rather than life needing a point, life is. So you can find out or look into what life is, instead of looking for the point of life. It's like you weren't allowed to ask what the point of school is because you were forced to go to school. A lot of people don't realize this or recognize this, but you were forced to go to that school. You were indoctrinated. School is an indoctrination program. It's a submission program. You could call it an education program, but it's a very poor education program. Why do 14-year-olds have no choice about going to school or not? Why do 14-year-olds not have any choice about what they learn? Why, in going to school, are we not allowed to ask questions of why am I here or why am I being taught this? And then always being responded back, well, this is just the way that it is. Deal with it. And I'm getting caught up in the numbers of viewers that I have. I'm wanting more viewers. I'm wanting more to be going on here. So a child is not the possession of a parent. Most abuse to children comes from parents or close relatives. So children are not objects. Children are not owned by anyone. Children have capacities and abilities that aren't even known about because of how bad our schooling and education system is. Who says that children can't be leaders? Adults certainly aren't good leaders, generally. Why can't children be leaders? Why can't a 14-year-old be a senator? Are we supposed to be saying that our senator, what, so 90-year-old men and women can be senators, but a 14-year-old can't be a senator? So this is something called childism. This is the prejudice against children, the prejudice and oppression and systematic repression of children. Yeah, 14-year-olds would probably be better senators than 80-year-old, 90-year-old white guys that are representing corporations and conglomerates. We're not going to have too much fun tonight. Sometimes I have very fun thoughts, and I think of very fun things that we could do together. But go step by step, go slow and steady. Okay? I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that we have this chance to be together, and I hope that we can support each other in growing, in growth, in evolution of the heart and the mind. Sounds nice, Jojo. Oh yeah, Diana, dirty Diana. My Kundalini is very awake, honey. You wouldn't imagine. How about we don't give anybody handguns? How about we remember that handguns and guns in general are for killing other people, and that we probably need to focus on other things besides killing other people and making wealthy people more wealthy. Shoot me. I said it. I said it. Shoot me, right? Maybe we need to focus on something other than making sure that wealthy people can become more wealthy. My hands are up, but don't be shy. Just shoot. I mean, the amount of wealth that many people in this world have, we couldn't believe it. We couldn't understand it. I know it's an instant dislike. I know it's taboo. I know we're not supposed to talk like that, but I really do feel that way. Hmm? You want farts? Go and eat. The last thing that we need to be focusing on in this world is helping wealthy people become more wealthy. That is total nonsense. If you're already wealthy, you need less support, not more support. But it kind of exponentially works in the other direction, where the more wealthy someone is, the more support they get, the more free handouts they get, the more tax incentives they get, the more government freedom they get to do whatever they want, to poison our waters, to destroy our lakes, to destroy our natural environment, and to feed us the processed foods. And it's funny, right? Because in America, like, America is supposed to be the most developed country, and yet the standard for living for most people, for like lower middle class and below people, which is most people in America are not the real, the traditional middle class. Traditional middle class is a very small group of people. Most people are what you'd call lower middle class and lower class, right? So that's like 80%, 70% of people in America. Anyways, there's supposed to be all this wealth and high standards and all this, and yet in America, most people eat some of the worst, most bad, most toxic processed foods in the world as a regular part of their diet. So we think that's bad, and it is. But if you look at these places like Indonesia and these developing countries, they're just companies, and these factories are just destroying the ecology, just destroying the nature. We don't respect nature, we don't value nature, and then we don't have any natural environments for our children to play in or for us to heal in. Anyways, I don't want to go on and on talking about our success at boiling the planet. So what you had thought up to now, let go of that. Don't worry about what I think. Just like you don't worry about what's in my. I mean, if I took a sharp blade and I split open my stomach right now and showed you what was inside, you wouldn't want to see that. Nobody wants to think about that or see that, right? So in the same way, don't worry about thinking about what's in my mind. What you've understood, what you've thought up to this point, to practice meditation is just let go of that. Doesn't matter what it was, doesn't matter what it is. Just let go of what you've thought up to this point. Let me try that. Let me have a try. Let me have a taste of that. No, just let me taste the soup. I just want to taste a little bit. I don't want to eat it. I can give my WhatsApp number. But please consider to make a donation if you want to reach out and connect. You don't have to make a donation, but if you want to, you can. Is that fair? I think that is fair. I don't want to eat the meat. Okay, I want to eat that. Let me try. Yeah. Need to cook more. This is the WhatsApp number. It's a number for WhatsApp. It's not a number for making a call on your normal phone. I don't live in America. I do not live in America. I'm here to be a spiritual friend. That's the easiest way to say it. And how this develops as time goes by, well, nobody is owed tomorrow. But I'm here to be a spiritual friend for you for the long term. And it's not about an interpersonal relationship. It's about my willingness to not think. It's about my willingness to practice not thinking. Yeah, a guide, probably more of a guide. Anyways, the doors are open. But this is one of the conundrums that I want to look at, that I want to get through. If people are inspired, if people feel supported, and they have the wish and the means to support, well, I want to support them to support. It's great if I, help you give yourself a pat on the back and feel better, but you're not promised tomorrow. And then you tune out, or you go on to the next thing. But maybe not something to worry too much about. You can call in on WhatsApp if you'd like to practice not thinking, to stop thought. This is a teaching to stop thought. Plain as day. I'd say it to my grandma if she'd listen, if I was brave enough, if it made sense enough. This is a teaching, this is an embodiment of stopping thought. No story, no idea, no belief system, no narrative, no next step, stopping thought. And then we can talk about a belief system, a narrative, next steps, etc. But most importantly is to stop thought. And my teaching is just in development. So I apologize for those people who are getting the worst end of the stick. All right, who's ready to do a spell? Say it together with me. May this donation bring a wave of donations. 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 Anyway, that's one of those things, everybody. Like, I get that a lot of people come in here out of nowhere. Hello, can I help you?
Yo, what's up, dog?
Who's this?
Fraser, bro.
Okay, where are you calling in from?
England, mate.
All right, mate. I can get down with a little bit of England. So what, you in London or Bristol?
The middle of England.
You sound like a bit of a roadman. You sound like you're out there in those streets showing people what the business is.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah.
All right.
Basically.
You got any nice jewelry or anything like that you roll around with?
Nah, bro, I don't wear jewelry, mate.
Oh.
I did think about buying some, bro.
Yeah. You got a job?
A job? Yeah, I got a job, man.
What's your job? What do you do?
I shovel on power plants, clean power plants.
You do what?
Industrial cleaning on power plants, mate.
Okay, power plants.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure, there's that shoveling, sweeping.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, I don't know how much you know about me and what we're doing here, but I'm Dr. Rob. I'm the founder of the Monk Life Meditation Research Institute. I was a Buddhist monk for 7 years. And, we're going down a path, we're going down a direction here of more and more mindfulness and detachment. More and more access to stopping thoughts. Because think about what depression and anxiety is characterized by. It's characterized by thoughts.
Of course, yeah.
You wouldn't be anxious or depressed if you weren't thinking. So this practice of stopping thoughts is to intervene. But really it's just a taster. It's just a taster. Because there's a path, there's a practice that we have to go down to really get this freedom from what we're involved with right now. Whatever you're involved with right now, that's what the invitation here is, to release that. Period.
How do you go about that? How do you practice going
Well,
around
it's a little bit like awareness. It's a little bit like not thinking. It's a little bit like refreshing and restarting. So imagine if you have your how old are you, brother?
I'm 24. for me.
Okay, so well, you don't remember the old computer days, but anyways, you know what a computer is. So imagine if your computer, it's just got too many apps going on. And so it's glitching. And so what's the first thing you're going to do if your phone or your computer's slowing down and glitching?
Close a couple of tabs, big dog.
Well, you're going to restart it if it really gets down to it, right? I mean, we've all been to closing tabs, but if it really gets down to it, right? You're going to restart it. So how do we restart and refresh? The ego, the self, the identity, the mind. And that's what this...
Bro.
What is it?
Suicide with me.
Not really. I mean, that's one thing you can go through, but this is more like an immediate practice. So it's like you're going from thinking and identifying with thoughts, like those are my thoughts, to just being aware.
Focus that shit.
But you have to be really interested in the truth, or really interested in enlightenment, or really interested in like getting to the bottom of this matter, this situation, in an impersonal way. So just instead of looking through the personality or the story of self, looking into your direct experience. And so when I say direct experience, I mean like your experience right now. Because your experience right now, you're not in a fucking movie. You're not the new James Bond, are you? No. And you're not Sherlock Holmes. You're not in a Sherlock Holmes book, are you? So this is a direct experience. This is a raw experience. This is a full experience that you can't put into a box. And so now, when you take those mushrooms or something, it kind of keys you into that. You see what I'm saying? So like clearly, you are not the person that you thought you were because your mind has all these weird experiences on mushrooms. But just in looking into the fullness of this experience, there's no description for that. There's no story in that. There's no writer. There's no producer. There's no director. It's just right here, kind of fucking you in the face. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that energy of being fucked in the face by awareness is precisely what the real meditation is. And the willingness, you have to be willing to be fucked in the face by awareness to actually start to get some experience and get some knowledge, some new understanding.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, thanks for your time, Rob.
All right, brother. Nice to meet you. You take care out in those streets, okay? Enjoy that puffer. Bye-bye. Are you cooking more? You cook more? Okay. Relax, little kitty. We're not talking. What's going on, little kitty? I'm here teaching. I'm here sharing. We're not talking about that kind of stuff, okay? Let's not distract anybody here. Let's not go into all that. Now, the phone number here is also my Zelle. So if you feel very inspired to make a major bank transfer, that's my Zelle number as well. If you know what Zelle is. Thank you, Bones. Yeah, you can't just leave those things hanging in your teeth. All right, send it along. It's food, Bugs. It was food. It wasn't a random piece. It was a piece of food. Listen, we're not talking about that. We're not going into that, okay? We're not going in that direction. A lot of interesting people out there. Well, there's quite a few morons out there, and I hope that they stay stupid. Oops, was I not supposed to say that? I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to say that. I am. I didn't mean to say that. I was messing around. You know how it is. You know how it is. We just get caught up in different ideas and things like that. So I didn't mean it that way, and don't worry about it. Just forget about what I said. Well, about $3,000 for the Monk Life Meditation Motorbike Project. Sure. I did a 2-week silent solo retreat in Myanmar. So I was alone and silent for 2 weeks. No, I'm just not good at this kind of thing. I'm just not good at this kind of thing. Really, Stinson? Well, it didn't work that well. You're pretty weak. I'm not saying you're not strong, I'm just saying you're pretty weak. Yeah, the money had to go back. It was such a shame, but I'll make a video. But I don't know if I'm going to make a video about it because it's not my priority to make money. You know what I mean? I'm not searching to make money. That's not really what I'm most interested in or most concerned with. It's just the government is just a sham show. It's not high-minded. There's nothing high-minded going on in the government. That's what people don't understand. It's not high-minded. These aren't particularly intelligent. The scope of human intelligence is very generalistically connected. Like Trump is not much smarter than an average person. Or the same with all the Republican senators or Democratic senators, etc. They're not much smarter than an average person. And if you actually sat in the room and see how they acted towards each other and see what they talked about, you'd be flabbergasted at how dull and normal and ordinary and contrived it was and shallow it was. 100%. I've seen that. I saw that when I was working with a disability advocacy group, disability rights advocacy group for people with disabilities self-directing their care and their services and things like that. And we went to the House or the Senate, whatever it's called, in Maryland, in Annapolis. And you see these people and you see the way that they talk, you see the way that they communicate, and it's just there's this mystique that we put onto these people, and it's totally fake. It's totally fake. Stinson, why don't you take your 3 years of solitary retreat and call me on WhatsApp right now, you little punk. Okay, thank you in Finland, great. Who here thinks I should get a job? Oh my God. I was just looking at downloading this, it's like an archive of video games and console emulators. And this guy's got, I thought it was 800 megabytes, it's 800 gigabytes. Well, I don't need 3DO, I don't need Atari, I don't need Jaguar, I don't need any of this fucking bullshit. GameCube, I don't need any of this. I don't need any of these things. What am I going to do with these video games? I mean, I'm just going to stop that download. I'll tell you about it, all right. In my own way.
Yeah, that's weird.
You're trying to escape.
Caution. Yeah.
The spirals mean mindfulness and detachment. Honey, can I have another beer? They say online, they say the beer's not good for you, but I don't believe it. It's natural, it's fermentation. If it's natural, it should be okay. Yeah. No, I'm respectful to everybody. I'm not disrespecting anybody out there. I just have my boundaries and stuff. But I don't know how I'm supposed to show respect to somebody comes in acting like a fool, and I'm supposed to, you know what? I'm supposed to. Well, a lot of people drink beer and they're all alive, aren't they? I'm sorry I couldn't do better, Jojo. But next time, I take a lot of different forms, so next time I try to do better. Listen, I listen to directions from my donors, from my supporters. What people don't understand about that. You're not donating, you're not supporting me, You're not, I don't even know who you are, and you're coming around and telling me what to do. That's not going to work. You want to tell me what to do, you give me money. You know, that's why I wish Travis would have spoke up, because I would have listened to Travis. I would have said, whoa, wait a minute, you're right, Travis. I got to stay away from this Shiva guy. He's bad news. My Cash App is MonkLife93, everybody. MonkLife93. And we've got a big event coming. Who knows the big event coming up? Who here knows the very big event coming up? Who here knows what that event is? Who's this? Hello? Hello? What's going on? Oh, it's hello? Hello? Somebody playing games. I tell you what, I'm not somebody to play games with. It's very difficult to get the best of me mentally, psychologically. Of course, it's possible. But it's very difficult for the average person. I don't even believe necessarily in the air purifier thing, because somebody's reached out. They said they want to donate a air purifier. Is that even real? I mean, the air seems pretty pure to me. You know what I mean? I can breathe. Donate me some gold. Give me $1,000 of gold. That I believe in. That I can understand. Air. The air seems to be fine. I'd like for that to work. I'd like for it to be possible. Well, then I believe that's possible, so I do want to try and get it. And then we've got the Monk Life Meditation Motorbike Fund to consider. We don't need mods. Okay, so in 2 days, 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 47 seconds, East versus West 22, the premier arm wrestling match in the world will take place.